It says, and he said to them, this is Yeshua speaking to his taught ones, these are the words which I spoke to you while I was still with you, that all have to be filled or fulfilled that were written in the Torah of Moshe and the prophets in the Tehillim or the Psalms concerning me. Then he opened their minds to understand the scriptures and said to them, thus it has been written, and so it was necessary for the Messiah to suffer and to rise again from the dead the third day, and that repentance and forgiveness of sins should be proclaimed in his name to all nations, beginning at Jerusalem. And you are witnesses of these matters. And see, notice, I am sending the promise of my Father upon you. Now notice Yeshua did not say, I am sending a promise of my Father upon you. He said, I am sending the promise, the ultimate promise of my Father. I am sending it upon you. But you are to remain in the city of Jerusalem until you are clothed with power from on high. And so Yeshua charged them to go into all the world and proclaim the good news to every creature. But he's saying here, before you go, before you proclaim any messages, before you lay hands on any sick people, before you perform any miracles, you need to remain in Jerusalem until you are clothed with power or special abilities from on high. He's going to tie this in to the promise of the Father. What is the promise of the Father? It is the promise of the outpouring of the Spirit of Yah to enable the believer in Yeshua to have the want-to heart and the power to be obedient, and also to have the power to be able to go forth and proclaim boldly this good news message of Yeshua and Teshuvah, that means to return to the Master in obedience, and Yeshua's lifestyle of Torah in all the world. And so he is saying, don't go anywhere and don't do anything. Don't try to do any ministry until you are clothed with power from on high. You must have the Father's Spirit upon you and within you for you to be successful.